Hey guys, we're here with our Week 2 battle of NPL Season 3, or our team prep rather, for Week 2 of NPL Season 3, and we are taking on Mr. AlphaDrops and his Rocky Mountain Marowaks. Alpha will definitely be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check him out after this video. He's an awesome dude, awesome battler. So make sure you guys go check him out for sure. But real quick, we will go over what the Marowaks have drafted for Season 3. They have Mega Gardevoir, Victini, which is his Zmon, Delmise, Hydreigon, Mamoswine, Crobat, Cobalion, Heliolisk, Gastrodon, Dodrio, and Crustle. My team, if you did not know, is Mega Scizor, Landorus Incarnate, Volcanion, which is my Zmon, Sylveon, Conkeldurr, Komala, Roserade, Tyrantrum, Mesprit, Liepard, and Frostlass. So, looking at his roster, there's one Pokemon on my team that I really need to bring this week, regardless of the fact that he has a Victini, and that is Scizor 100% of the time, entirely because he has stuff like Mamoswine and Gardevoir that this can stand up to. So here we have Rock Paper, our Mega Scizor holding the Scizorite with the ability Technician, has the moves Bullet Punch, Superpower, Defog, and Roost with 252 HP, 76 attack, and 180 defense with a Bold Nature. That defense investment allows me to take Adamant, Life Orb, Adamant, Life Orb, Earthquakes from the Mamoswine. I still take Adamant's Banded Life Orbs Adamant Banded Earthquakes from the Mamoswine decently, but not as well. But Bullet Punch will do a massive amount to the Mamoswine. It kills in most scenarios, and it kills the Gardevoir in most scenarios as well. It's also a nice priority. We need Defog this week because we have a couple of mons that rely on rocks kind of staying off the field as best as we can. And Roost is for my own recovery. Superpower was a 50-50 move. I could either bring Superpower or Knockoff or even potentially U-Turn. But it was a matter of get walled by Cobalion or get walled by Victini. In some test matches I had, I was really struggling with things to deal with Cobalion, so I thought that Superpower would be the better option. So kind of a basic defensive Scizor this week. Probably not going to get a lot of kills, but it's definitely going to do its job. The next mon on this team is Violet, our Roserade, holding the Black Sludge with the ability Technician. Has the moves Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, Toxic Spikes, and Sleep Powder with 108 HP, 28 defense, 192 special attack, and 180 speed with a Timid Nature. That amount of speed will outspeed max speed Jolly Mamoswine. And that defense investment actually lets me take Jolly, Life Orb, Max Attack, Ice Shards from the Mamoswine. It does 95% max, and I kill with Giga Drain in most scenarios. Sleep Powder is entirely for putting things to sleep, obviously. It gives me an opportunity to set up my Toxic Spikes or potentially get a clean switch into something else. And Hidden Power Ice is to hit the Crobat mostly on switch-ins, but it's also nice for things like the Delmise and the Hydreigon. I didn't really need Sludge Bomb this week because his only true poison weakness is Mega Gardevoir, and I feel like I have Scizor to handle that, and I have more things to deal with Gardevoir than I would things like Crobat. So, I mean, kind of a basic Roserade set this week. It really needed to come because my team struggles against a bulky Gastrodon set, so I really wanted the Grass Stab on my team this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Monarch, our Tyrantrum, holding the Roselli Berry with the ability Rockhead. Has the moves Stealth Rock, Head Smash, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw with 252 HP, 28 attack, and 228 special defense with an Adamant Nature. That defense investment allows me to take both Hyper Voices from the Mega Gardevoir in combination with our Roselli Berry, and what I'm predicting to be Dazzling Gleam from the Victini in combination with our Roselli Berry. Head Smash, Oko's Victini, and the likes of Crobat. It's a roll to Oko Mamoswine after Rocks. Obviously, it still deals with Dodrio and Crustle, but I don't think they're coming. Really, the only things that can truly stop this are Cobalion and Gastrodon. So I have Earthquake to be able to hit the Cobalion and Dragon Claw to be able to hit the Hydreigon for a bit more powerful damage, because that would be stab super effective. It'd be a bit more powerful than Head Smash. So really the only thing I truly can't touch at all is the Gastrodon. And I have the Roserade to deal with it. I have Hidden Power Grass on another mon later. So I feel like I can handle the Gastrodon. This is my Victini switch-in because I do quad resist his Fire Stab. And with my Roselli Berry, I can take the Dazzling Gleam that I'm predicting him to have. He could potentially have something like Glaciate because I do have a Landorus. But I feel like that's I could still take the Glaciate, no problem. It's Dazzling Gleam that could be an issue. So that is going to be our Tyrantrum this week. The next mon on this team is Pompeii, our Volcanion, holding the Assault Vest with the ability Water Absorb. Has the move Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Grass with 252 HP, 4 defense, 248 special attack, and 4 special defense with a modest nature. He has a weird speed tier this week because after base 80 Mamoswine, which I won't outspeed at base 70 Volcanion, his next fastest thing is base 45 Crustle. So I don't need to run any speed investment unless I really need to outspeed Crustle, in which case I'm pretty sure I do most of the time anyways. But if he brings a speedy Crustle and outspeeds my Volcanion, he deserves that. Like, I wouldn't have never seen that coming at all. But Steam Eruption and Fire Blast is dual stab, of course, and his two switch-ins, or best switch-ins in my opinion, to those dual stab would be Hydreigon and Gastrodon. So Focus Blast is if it's Hydreigon, Hidden Power Grass is if it's Gastrodon. I debated throwing Sludge Wave on this set to try to hit the Mega Gardevoir for more damage, but Steam Eruption is still a 2-hit KO. So there's only a couple of scenarios where I would rather have Sludge Wave over Steam Eruption, so I ultimately decided it wouldn't be necessary. This is my best Mega Gardevoir switch-in because at max HP I can take... I'm not 3-hit KO'd by, or it's a 3-hit KO with Psyshock from max special attack Timid Gardevoir, which I'm assuming he'll have to be for the likes of Roserade, and to try to outspeed non-full speed Lando and things like that. So I can take 3 of those, or I can take 2 of those before it kills me. In addition, I'm Assault Vested, so I can switch into Mega Gardevoir's Hyper Voices as well. So this is my Mega Gardevoir switch-in if he does decide to bring the Gardevoir, which I'm really expecting to come. So yeah, that's our Volcanion this week. The next mon on this team is going to be Dovahkiin, our Sylveon, holding the leftovers with the ability Pixelate. Has the moves Hyper Voice, Psyshock, Wish, and Protect with 244 HP, 12 defense, and 252 special defense with a Calm Nature. Pretty basic Sylveon set this week, just especially defensive with Hyper Voice, Psyshock, so I'm not completely walled by the likes of Crobat. At the end of the day, he has a Hydreigon. I gotta really consider that when I built my team, so I needed to bring Sylveon. And because I have 2 really big win conditions, being Tyrantrum and Volcanion, neither of them having reliable recovery, Wish is nice to be able to get some Wish passes into them. Protect so I can keep my Sylveon healthy if I need it for late game. Hyper Voice is still incredibly powerful even if I don't have any special attack investment because of the Pixelate boost. So yeah, there's not really much to say about Sylveon this week. It's kind of just a basic Sylveon special wall set this week. So the final mon on this team is going to be Gaia, our Landorus, holding the Life Orb with the ability Sheer Force. Has the moves Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Psychic with 4 HP, 92 defense, 156 special attack, 4 special defense, and 252 speed with a Timid Nature. I need to be max speed Timid because I need to guarantee that I outspeed the likes of Victini and Gardevoir. If he's Scarf Victini, he will outspeed me, but if he is Scarf Victini, I can play around it accordingly depending on what he locks himself into. And if he's Scarf Victini entirely to deal with a Landorus, I don't think that would be very smart for him, so I don't really expect that to come. I'm kind of expecting maybe more Life Orb or Expert Belt Victini. I'm not really expecting a choice. Earth Power is for the likes of Victini. Sludge Wave is mostly for the Gardevoir. Focus Blast is for the Hydreigon and the Mamoswine, amongst other things. And Psychic is for the Crobat. Earth Power also hits things like Cobalion and Heliolisk. So really, the biggest problem to this Lando set is going to be Gastrodon. I debated throwing HP Grass on it, but at the end of the day, Crobat is a really easy switch into Landorus, and I don't want that to happen as easily for him, so Psychic is there for that. My defense investment is actually a bit of a mistake. This was originally a Yachi Berry Landorus set because I was able to take HP Ices from most things and also take an Ice Shard from the Mamoswine if I had the Yachi Berry. But after some test matches, Yachi Berry really wasn't necessary, so I just decided to go with the extra Life Orb power. This also helps me guarantee kills on the likes of Crobat with Psychic because I now have the Life Orb, so I didn't really need all that defense investment, but it does help with a couple of rolls. Things like Cobalion I really struggle with in test matches, like Life Orb Cobalion, it helps with the rolls to live, Iron Head and things like that. So yeah, that is our Landorus set this week. I really like this team to take on Alpha, but at the same time, I'm also really nervous for this team because he does have the likes of Victini, and Victini is an incredibly scary mon, amongst other things. I really don't have good answers to Mamoswine, although not many teams do, so if it makes you feel better. But anyways, that is going to be the team we are using for this Week 2 match against the Rocky Mountain Marowaks. If you guys did enjoy this video, a like and a subscription would be much appreciated. Again, make sure you guys go check out Alpha. He's in the description down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Monday for our battle against the Rocky Mountain Marowaks, and I will see you guys later.